You see, I'm going for like a Darth Maul or a Green Arrow kind of vibe here, but chances are I probably look more like that Kermit the Frog meme, don't I?
Lesmiserableone. Ting.
Hello there once again, my friends, and welcome back to the Lesmiserableone Channel, a place where we make silly internet videos and things. And also, welcome to my bed. Now that may appear to be a little bit forward, so I pray you'll forgive the impertinence. However, I am currently feeling not particularly tip-top or funky fresh. In fact, I actually look, feel and presumably sound like absolute garbage. It's annoying because it's the kind of ill where you're not quite ill. Like, you're not ill enough to be ill, but like you're just ill enough to feel it and to not really be able to do much of anything at all except rest. However, these videos over the past month or so have been something of a lifeline to me. Getting back into the swing of creation for its own sake has been an interesting experience. And I thought, what better time than during this sort of forced imposition, this stop in the road, to reflect on what has been in the month that has passed, the January that we have shared, and set some sort of goals and aspirations moving forwards into this lovely rectangular February that we have coming up. So I hope you're doing fantastically well. If you're a friend of the channel, welcome back. Please do leave comments down below and let me know how you're feeling. And if you're a new friend of the channel, then perhaps consider subscribing. We have other interesting things going on when I am less ill, and it's just all round a nice friendly place to be. So consider subscribing, consider letting me know in comments how you're feeling, and let's crack on with some January reflections and February aspirations. So in the month of January, I uploaded 7 YouTube videos to this main YouTube channel, the Lesmiserableone Channel. And for once I was actually true to that little channel intro. We did in fact make silly internet videos and things. Perhaps less silly, we haven't done a whole lot of comedy this month, but we have made a lot of videos and things. Or at least by my standards anyway, because 7 videos in 1 month is probably the most I've done since 2016, 2017 maybe at a push, which is remarkable going. Actually, it would be nice to continue that pace, hopefully to improve it, at the very least to, you know, kind of try and match up to it. What I like to do, and what I'm going to be talking about a lot throughout this video, is set like absolute baseline goals and then like aspirational goals, and then we tend to fall somewhere in the middle. So my sort of goal was to be releasing at the very least 1 video per week, which would bring us to, you know, roughly 4 videos in the month of January. But my goal really is to be releasing at least 3 videos a week, somewhere in the region of a video every couple of days or so. So, you know, when one thing starts to die down a little bit, something else is there to pick things up again. And as a result of that, we have fallen somewhere in the middle of that range. We've posted at least 1 video a week. Sometimes it has just been 1 video a week, but other times it has been 2 or even 3 videos in a week, and that is fantastic. So the goal moving forward is essentially just to continue with that pace, maybe pick it up a little bit, maybe, you know, we won't quite do as well, but I think it's a good target to be aiming for. Now, one thing that I must say, 3 out of those 7 videos were actually all about WandaVision, which is nice in terms of consistency, but also obviously my goal is to create a variety of different content and talk about different things. So I am trying to mix it up and make other things that aren't all about WandaVision, because obviously, you know, not everybody that's subscribed to the channel or could potentially be subscribed to the channel is going to be interested in that, but also B, there's only 9 episodes of that show, so, you know, in 4 or 5 weeks from now, that run of content is going to end. Obviously we can move into Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki and Black Widow and everything else that's still to come, and presumably I will. But we also of course need to be diversifying the content and talking about other things. Now, these 7 main channel videos are not actually the only content that I have made this month. I've actually been uploading daily on the gaming channel, link in the iCard. Now, I don't often kind of shout about the gaming channel either on here or on social media, just because it's not really everybody's cup of tea. I tend to share on Facebook and Twitter when I make these main channel videos, but if the gaming channel ones are going up every day, I feel like I don't want to be bothering people. Ironically, I don't share that stuff with my kind of audience as often because I don't want to bother them with things they might not be interested in. But my goal inherently with that stuff is for it to not be about the games, but to be about me. Because essentially what my Let's Plays are is just, me chatting absolute rubbish, the first thing that comes to my head while I play a game. And because of the way that my brain works, it's entirely reactionary. And honestly, I'm proud of it. It is oftentimes some of the better content that I make, because these games are providing me with source material, and I'm just talking on that, just making silly voices and making dumb jokes and comments and puns, and it's very reactionary content, but honestly I think it's some of the better stuff that I do. Truthfully, I think if you enjoy my content at all in any form, if you enjoy me rambling, if you just like my sort of personality and the vibe that I bring to videos, I feel like you might enjoy the gaming content even if you're not necessarily a gaming person, just because that's what it is. It's me. The gaming is just the medium through which I am being an absolute idiot, and in fact making silly internet videos and things. But yes, essentially I've made 15 consecutive daily videos up until this point, 5 each of 3 different series. Now 2 of them are GameCube games. We have Pokemon Colosseum and The Simpsons Hit and Run. Absolute childhood gems. Now yes, some of you may be aware these are the games that I am currently streaming on the Twitchy thing. What I've essentially been doing, because obviously not everybody likes Twitch, is interested in following live streaming, or is able to attend every live stream, I've basically been taking the VODs from the streams and I've been chopping them up into kind of more digestible 10 to 20 minute Let's Play chunks, usually 10 to 15, and uploading them as series on the gaming channel. So if you've been to the streams, or even if you haven't, you can essentially watch them in a structured story Let's Play format, which I think has been really interesting, and it's been a good way of repurposing the streams, but also of kind of being able to readily produce more content for the gaming channel, because I'm kind of live and producing that anyway. And then on top of that, I've also been playing Sniper Ghost Warrior for the Xbox 360, which is... it's not good. It's not a good game. However, it's funny, because essentially what it is, it's a original series to go alongside the ones from Twitch, and it's just me sitting and yelling at a TV about how horrific this game is and how broken it is. But like I said, it is that sort of reactionary content where it's just me talking about what's being presented. In essence, Let's Plays are reaction videos. It's the game is happening and I am reacting on top of that, the same way that you would to a video or a film or a TV episode or something. I'm just reacting to what's happening. If you enjoy that sort of content, this is sort of just that in a different medium, if that makes sense. And this is why I mean that it's not necessarily about the games themselves, because I don't like this game. I've been trying to play it. I've done about half of it maybe, and it's dreadful. But the content that I've been able to create from it is, again, some of the better stuff that I've done. There's actually an episode coming out on Friday, and it's possibly one of my favourite videos that I've done in quite a long time. Because essentially, I have a habit of just singing all the time. You may or may not already know that. But basically, I was singing so much throughout this one particular episode that I literally made it into like a musical episode. And so, like, you know when like TV series have just a one random musical episode, like The Flash or Buffy, like they just have that one random episode where it's just a musical for some reason. I did that as part of a Let's Play, and I think that's really cool. With reference to Twitch, I actually streamed 5 times throughout the month of January. Is that as spectacular as I was aiming for, with all the schedules and the stuff that I was talking about in that one video? No. Did I kind of assume that was going to happen? Yeah. But yeah, overall that's been a nice little look back at the content that we've made throughout the month of January and what we hope to be achieving. I hope to kind of mix in a few more gaming series. These games are going to kind of be replaced with other ones, and then I also kind of want to just add a few other things into the mix just to experiment and add different bits of content and games and things, just to try new things and see what happens and what works. In terms of other things, I'm trying to sort my life out. I mean, that's a perpetual state of being that I've been in for the last 5+ years. That just never really seems to be happening. Whenever people ask, I'm always sorting my life out, and it's never truly sorted. But in terms of academics, I mentioned in those sort of comeback videos that I did in September last year that I was looking to continue being a student, and that obviously has not panned out, perhaps mercifully given the current state of being a student in the United Kingdom. But I would like to continue being a student, so potentially in September that will be a thing. That's something that I'm currently looking into and thinking of possibilities. I'm also trying to read more. I read 2 books in January. That's another one where I have like base and higher level targets. So the base is that I want to be reading at least 1 book a month, and then the higher target is that I'm aiming for about a book a week, so that we'll end on 50-ish books at the end of the year. Part of the problem, I think, is that I'm attempting to read this bad boy, and for some reason it seems to be the death of my reading streaks. I've attempted to read this book about 3 or 4 times now since 2017, and I've still not gotten more than about 150 pages in, and I don't really understand why, because so far it's brilliant, and it's the sort of thing that I would enjoy reading. I think in part it's the way that it's kind of structured and formatted. It kind of rubs me the wrong way, but in terms of the actual story and content and writing style itself, literally on paper, it should be something that I would love, and is something that I am enjoying when I actually physically read it, but for some reason I'm just not physically reading it. So this bad boy seems to be the death of my reading streaks. Hopefully by the time that I update you next month, this one will have been conquered. Who knows, we'll see. But anyway, that has just been a little bit about what I have done this month, what I aspire to do throughout February. We'll kind of, I guess, reconvene in another month. Obviously there'll be more videos before then. There'll inevitably be another WandaVision video this week. I'm also thinking of making a series of sorts about my attempting to catch up on the Arrowverse. Obviously I've mentioned throughout the WandaVision episodes that I've only very recently caught up on the MCU, so I'm now making an effort to catch up on all of the DC kind of TV series, so I'll maybe update you on how that's going. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a reflective and forward-looky video. Let me know in comments what you have achieved in the month of January and what you hope to achieve in the month of February, or what you'd like to see from me, from the channel, from the content that I'm doing, or if you have any thoughts on the things that have been discussed in this video. So I hope you're having a really good day. I hope that you are doing really well and feel better than I do right now, and I will see you really soon. Baby Yoda compels you to subscribe.